Boy. Hello. Good morning. Staff. Good morning. Welcome to our currency exchange office. How can I assist you today? Boy. I'd like to exchange some US dollars to euros. I have a few questions before I decide. Staff. Of course. Please feel free to ask. Boy. What is the exchange rate for USD to EUR today? Staff. Today's rate is 1 USD to 0.90 EUR. Boy. So, for every dollar, I'll get 0.90 euros? Staff. That's correct. Boy. Okay. Does this rate stay the same all day, or does it change? Staff. It's not fixed. The exchange rate changes based on market conditions, but it doesn't fluctuate drastically in a single day unless there's a major event. Boy. Oh, I see. How often do the rates update? Staff. Typically, we update the rates every few hours to reflect the latest market conditions. Boy. What happens if I exchange now and the rate improves later in the day? Staff. Once your transaction is completed, it's based on the rate at the time of exchange. We can't adjust it afterward. Boy, that makes sense. Is there a way to lock in a rate? Staff. Not here, but some places offer rate locks for large transactions. For small exchanges, it's usually done on the spot. Boy, that's good to know. Does this rate include any hidden charges? Or is it just for the currency conversion? Staff. The rate itself doesn't include any charges. There is a separate transaction fee depending on the amount you're exchanging. Boy. Okay. Could you explain the fee structure? Staff. Certainly. If you're exchanging less than $500, the fee is $10. For amounts between $500 and $1,000, the fee drops to $7.50. For exchanges over $1,000, it's just $5. Boy. So, the larger the amount, the lower the fee? Staff. Exactly. It's a way to give customers better value for bigger transactions. Boy. Is there a minimum amount I can exchange? Staff. Yes, the minimum is $50. Boy. Are there any limits on the maximum amount? Staff. For walk-in customers, the limit is $5,000 per transaction. If you need to exchange more, we recommend setting up an appointment. Boy, that's good to know. Do I need to show any ID for this transaction? Staff. Yes, for any amount over $1,000, we'll need a valid ID. Boy. All right. Are there any other fees I should be aware of? Staff. No, the transaction fee is the only charge. We don't have any hidden costs. Boy, that's great to hear. Boy, let's say I want to exchange $300. How much will I get in euros after deducting the fees? Staff. Sure, let's calculate. At a rate of 1 USD to 0.90 EUR, $300 will convert to 270 euros. After subtracting the $10 fee, you'll receive 260 euros. Boy. All right. What if I decide to exchange $600 instead? Staff. For $600, the fee is lower at $7.50. The exchange amount is 540 euros, so after deducting the fee, you'll receive 532.50 euros. Boy. I see the difference now. The lower fee definitely helps. Staff. Yes, exchanging a larger amount usually gives you better value. Boy. What happens if I exchange an odd amount, like $550? Staff. That's no problem. For $550, the fee would still be $7.50, and we'd calculate the euros accordingly. Boy. I'm starting to understand how this works. Do you provide smaller denominations, or is it all in large bills? Staff. We can provide a mix of denominations based on your preference. Just let us know. Boy, that's helpful. I think I'll go with $600. Staff. A good choice. Would you like to proceed now? Boy, yes, let's do it. Staff, perfect. Let me prepare everything for you. Staff, let's get started with your exchange process. Could you pass me the $600 you'd like to exchange? Boy, sure, here's the cash. I counted it before, but please double check it. Staff, of course. I'll first confirm the amount and then verify the authenticity of the notes. This is standard procedure. Boy, I understand. It's always better to be safe, right? Staff, exactly. We make sure all notes are legitimate before proceeding with the exchange. Boy, how do you check if the notes are real? Is it done manually or do you use machines? Staff, we use a combination of methods. Primarily, we rely on a counterfeit detection machine, and for extra assurance, we use special markers. Boy, what does the machine do? Staff, the machine scans each note for security features like watermarks, metallic threads, holograms, and magnetic ink. If a note is counterfeit, it will alert us immediately. Boy, that sounds very high-tech. What about the marker? How does that work? Staff, the marker reacts to the paper quality. Genuine notes leave a light, almost invisible mark. Counterfeit notes, however, produce a dark stain. Boy, that's really interesting. Can I see how the machine works? Staff, absolutely. Watch as I place your notes into the machine. Places notes into the machine. See, the machine accepts each note without any error or alert. Boy, that's reassuring. So if the machine detects a fake note, what happens next? Staff, we don't proceed with the exchange, and we're required to retain the counterfeit note and report it to the authorities. Boy, makes sense. What about the marker test? Staff, let me demonstrate. Marks a $100 bill lightly. Look at this. It leaves a faint line, which means the note is genuine. Boy, that's good to know. It seems like a thorough process. Staff, yes, we're very cautious. It's important for everyone involved to trust the system. Staff, now that I've verified the notes are genuine, I'll count the total amount. Please watch and confirm. Boy, sure, go ahead. Staff counts aloud. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and 600. That's $600 in total. Boy, that's correct. Staff, great. Now let's calculate how much you'll receive. At today's exchange rate of 1 USD to 0.90 EUR, you'll get 540 euros. After deducting our $7.50 service fee, your total comes to 532.50 euros. Boy, that makes sense. Staff, let me count out the euros for you. Please verify as I count. Boy, sure. Staff counts aloud. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 520, 530, 532, and 0.50 in coins. That's 532.50 euros. Boy, perfect. That matches your calculation. Boy, could I get some of the euros in smaller denominations? It'll be easier to use. Staff, of course. How would you like it? Boy, maybe 20 euro and 10 euro notes would work best. Staff, let me see what I have available. Counts and exchanges. Here's 200 euros and 20 euro notes, 100 euros and 10 euro notes, and the rest in larger bills and coins. Boy, this is perfect. Thanks for arranging it like that. Staff, no problem at all. Please double-check everything to make sure it's correct. Boy, counts quickly. Everything looks good to me. Staff, I'll now prepare your receipt. Here it is. The receipt includes details of the exchange rate, the amount you exchanged, the service fee, and the total euros you received. Boy, thanks. Should I keep this receipt? Staff. Definitely. It's important to keep it for your records. If there's ever an issue or if you need to exchange euros back to dollars in the future, this receipt will be helpful. Boy. Oh, I didn't think of that. Does the receipt expire? Staff. Not with us, but it's always a good idea to keep it until your trip is over. Some countries might also ask for proof of currency exchange. Boy, that's really helpful to know. I'll make sure to keep it safe. Staff. Good thinking. It's always better to be prepared. Boy, thank you so much for your help. This process was easier than I expected. Staff. You're very welcome. We're here to make things simple and efficient. Do you have any other questions? Boy. No, that's all for now. Thanks again. Staff, it was a pleasure assisting you. Have a great day. Boy, you too. Bye. Staff, goodbye, and feel free to visit us again whenever you need help. Find the mistake. Incorrect. I want to get some smaller bills of euros, like 10 and 20 notes. Correct. I want to get some smaller bills of euros, like 10 euro and 20 euro notes. Explanation. When referring to currency denominations, it's important to include the currency unit, euro, to make the meaning clear. Incorrect. Can you exchange me $600 into euros? Correct. Can you exchange $600 for euros? Explanation. The correct structure for asking to change one currency into another is exchange currency for currency. Exchange me is incorrect in this context. 5 vocabulary words. Currency. The money used in a particular country. Exchange rate. The value of one currency compared to another. Counterfeit. Fake or not genuine, usually referring to money. Denomination. The value of a specific coin or banknote. Receipt. A document showing details of a transaction. If you're curious about how to explain a problem to customer service in English, click the video here or follow the link in the description.